Have you ever felt your chest tighten when someone brought up your past? Not in a way that helps you grow, but in a way that makes you question yourself, that tries to pull you back into a version of yourself you've already left behind. Maybe it was an old friend, an ex, a coworker, someone who should know better. And suddenly, a chapter of your life you thought was closed gets thrown in your face as if it defines you today. What if I told you the past can't hurt you anymore, unless you hand a weapon? Stay with me, because near the end of this video, I'm going to give you the calm question that flips the power in seconds. No shouting, no defending, no losing your dignity. Just a single line that puts the control back in your hands. Before we get there, let's understand why this happens in the first place. Why people use your past against you. When someone digs into your past, they're rarely searching for truth. They're searching for reaction. Because if they can make you angry, defensive, ashamed, then they can steer the conversation, manipulate the situation, and subtly regain control over you. Most people fall for this trap. They start explaining, arguing, proving, begging to be seen as changed. But here's the paradox. The more you justify yourself, the more you confirm their hidden message, that they still have power over you. A Stoic responds differently. They understand. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You're the person you chose to become after it. And today, I'm going to teach you 3 Stoic responses plus a final principle that neutralizes attempts to chain you to an old version of yourself. Response 1. Yes, that happened. The first response is deceptively simple. When someone says, you got fired back then, or you really messed up in that project, most egos panic. People deny, argue, try to erase history. They give away their power in their reaction. Stoicism teaches acceptance without shame. You don't need to erase the past to be free from it. You only need to stop fearing it. So you look them in the eye and say calmly, yes, that happened. No excuses. No rushed explanations. No, but you don't understand. That single, short sentence steals the emotional collapse they were expecting. An old friend smirks. A coworker brings up a failure. A partner mentions a past mistake. You nod. You say, yes, that happened. Then you pause, and suddenly the room changes. They expected shame, but they met clarity. Stoic insight. Acknowledgement doesn't mean weakness. It communicates strength and self-possession. Response 2. I learned from it. The second response takes your past a step further. It turns it into proof of growth. Manipulators want your past to mean you're still that person. A Stoic flips the narrative. The past becomes a teacher. You calmly say, I learned from it. Not with bitterness. Not with pride. Just quiet confidence. Example. Someone says, after what happened in your last relationship, who are you to talk about love? You don't defend your character. You say, because I've been wrong before, I understand what love isn't. I learned from it. That's maturity, not weakness. Stoicism doesn't teach you to pretend you were never broken. It teaches you to become someone who cannot be controlled by the memory of being broken. Response 3. Why are you bringing this up? The third response is the one manipulators hate the most. It's a calm question that flips the power immediately. When someone drags up your past, there's always a motive to shame you, weaken you, or distract from their own actions. Instead of taking the bait, you ask, why are you bringing this up now? No anger, no sarcasm, no performance, just genuine curiosity. This simple question forces the other person into the light. Now, they must explain themselves. If their intention is honest, they slow down. If it's cruel, they stumble, because cruelty hates being examined. Stoicism teaches that the real battlefield is the mind, not the argument. The Stoic principle that makes all 3 responses unstoppable. Here's the part most people miss. The real victory is not the perfect sentence. It's self-control. Silence is not weakness. Sometimes silence is the highest form of power because it refuses to feed the fire. When you react impulsively, you hand them proof that they still own a piece of you. When you stay calm, you communicate something stronger than words. I know who I am, and I don't need your permission to move forward. The Stoic way to live free from your past. Remember this. You don't owe people an explanation for chapters you've already healed from. If someone insists on defining you by your past, let your present do the talking. Your responses can communicate maturity, peace, growth. One day, someone will try again. And this time, you won't panic. You won't argue. You'll smile. Not with pride, not with pain, but with peace. Because the truth is, you are not what happened to you. You are what you chose to become after it. Final recap of the 3 Stoic responses. 1. Acknowledge without shame. Yes, that happened. 2. Turn it into strength. I learned from it. 3. Expose the motive. Why are you bringing this up now? And the Stoic principle behind it all. Control your reaction, not the other person's words. One calm choice can disarm manipulation, protect your peace, and reclaim your power in seconds. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 3 responses will you use first when someone tries to pull you back into your past? Comment below with one line. I've closed that chapter. And tell me, which response will you try first? Yes, that happened. I learned from it. Why are you bringing this up now? If this gave you clarity, like, subscribe and stay close to Stoic Ascend so you can keep building calm strength in a world that constantly tries to provoke you.